Hello and welcome to the transformation guide on the War for Cybertron Kingdom 24 Wheeljack here. Now he has a pretty simple transformation. It's pretty fun to do actually. I will just warn you that these little pieces in here, the little windshield sections, are actually rather fragile. My first time transforming it, I popped this one off, and I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but right here, let me get a better something to point it out with. Right there, I actually broke it. It's just a crack in the plastic, and now I'm just kind of scared of that. So just be a little wary of that. That can break rather easily. But to go ahead and get started with this guy, I like to just take his arms and spin them like this, and then take his hand and spin it like that. And just kind of get it out of the way here. Do that on both sides. So spin this right here, and spin this right here. Kind of get it out of the way. Then you can come back here and spin these spoiler pieces down, like so. Then you can take this section here and just kind of, you want to like hold the thigh and just like hinge this whole piece over. And then you can bring his foot down. And then you can bring this windshield piece up. Now his foot will just kind of tab in there and make the whole front of the car. And mine doesn't like to tab so much. This side is a lot worse. But then you kind of just fit this together right here. Just kind of go in like that. And then on this side, this is the side I broke. So you can kind of pull it down like that. Bring his foot down. And this part is a pain for me to actually get like tabbed into there for some reason. It keeps just unpopping right there. Once I fit the two sides together, it stops that, but it's just kind of a pain. So you can flip that little windshield section up and hinge this the rest of the way up like that. And then that tab right there will just go into that slot right there and kind of lock all of this together. Make sure it all stays. There we go. Now you can take this whole windshield section here and just hinge it down. And these two clear tabs will go into these slots here. Now that windshield section is actually hinged on like the bottom of his waist joint here. So you want to just take all that and spin it around like that, line it up with the car. You can then fold his head down all the way. And you can take this section here. These tabs here will go into these slots here. Those slots are much larger than the actual tabs, but that's to facilitate putting this peg into it. So you just bring this over. The first one always goes in easy, and then the second one never really wants to pop in there, so you kind of gotta wiggle it some. There we go. And then it's as simple as just folding his hands in. This post here goes into this slot here. And then this little nub up here will just grab into this gap here. So you just pop that into place right there. And pop it into place right there. And that's it. He is in vehicle mode. Very fun, quick little transformation. I actually really like transforming this guy. It's fun to just pick it up off the shelf and mess with it. But now we can go ahead and get him back into his robot mode, which is equally as simple, almost a little easier to be honest. So you can start by just unpopping the arm sections here and popping it up there, and it's on a double hinge here, so you just want to pull both hinges out. You can do that on both sides here. Just pop that side up and pull this out. Very simple. You can then spin the whole torso around like this. Come back here and you can spin his little spoilers out. There are little stopper nubs in there, so it'll actually position itself perfectly every time, which is nice. You can then spin his head up. You don't want it to be all the way up, you kind of want to bring it down just a tiny bit. And then you can kind of get up under this windshield here and unpeg that. And now this little nub on the end of the piece that his head is on will actually go under the windshield here. And those clear tabs that went into these slots will now go into these holes here. So just like that. Pop that into place there. And now that doesn't lock on going downwards at all, which kind of seems odd because his head can just bend down, but not that big of a deal. You can come down here and just split the legs. And I kind of like to push right here while pulling this out like this, and then just push the windshield piece down and hinge it the rest of the way. And then you just pop his foot forward and position it however you want. Do that on both sides here. Just be careful not to break these little clear pieces like I did. I can get this side. There we go. Push that down and pop it into place right there and put his foot down. And then it's just, you take these parts and spin them up like that so his elbow joint goes in the front, and then rotate his fist back up. And do that on both sides, and you're done. That's it. Very simple little transformation. Very fun in my opinion. I enjoy transforming this guy quite a bit. I hope that guide helped you out. I don't know why you would really need help, but I hope it helped. I hope that guide helped you out, and if it did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around for the next video. Have a good night.